Well, obviously, they get selfies of Rollins himself and a diva from NXT. I forget.
Well, actually, it was kind of funny that too. Someone cropped the picture from WWE.com.
Yeah.
WWE.com, you click on the wrestler page, they actually show their Twitter feed.
Yeah.
And sure enough, there are those photos on WWE.com, which made that company very happy.
And now, here's Tyler Warner and Wade Kearns.
Yes, and welcome everybody to the Great Wrestling Debate. We're coming off of the Fastlane pay-per-view from this past Sunday. Last week we kind of had that show where we already had our predictions the week before, mistakenly. We thought,
funny how we got most of the card right 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah,
though.
That's the thing. If you listen to this podcast 2 weeks ago, though, however, we basically called everything that was going to happen on Fastlane, everything major, I guess you'd say for the most part. The main event, Daniel Bryan. And
I mean, we didn't get any of those predictions right, pretty much, but
yeah.
But no, I mean, we got most of the card pretty much called for Fastlane, and hell, it sounds like if we go even further, we almost got after the Rumble, I almost got all my Mania predictions right too.
Yeah,
because even Fastlane pretty much teach you what was happening for Mania.
Right, but yeah, I mean, obviously Roman Reigns winning, that wasn't a surprise.
We both predicted that.
Yeah, I mean, weeks in advance, and I mean, kind of when they even made the match.
I mean, there was a part of me that thinking they might try to do a screwy finish to set a triple threat, but I'm kind of glad they didn't.
Yeah,
I have no idea what they're going to do with Bryan. I have no idea.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
He's kind of just there right now.
Yeah, Cena loses to, of course, Rusev. Not technically, I guess, tapping out on purpose. I guess
he passed out.
Passing out. Yeah.
I mean, granted, the thing that killed Cena was not the accolade. Apparently, it was a straight kick to the balls. Apparently,
yeah.
So apparently that's Cena's weakness. Apparently, you just gotta kick him in the balls, as hard as you can.
To me, those balls are perfect,
and he will not get up, at all.
Yeah, I mean, they show the picture of him on Monday Night Raw. It looks like he's like sound asleep on the the canvas at Fastlane. And of course, a couple weeks ago, I mean, I remember you bringing up. As far as Seth Rollins and the Authority goes, they'll probably have Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Kane in a 6-man tag.
Yeah, it gets the scrubs from Team Cena,
Yeah, and that'll be a likely opportunity for Randy Orton to return, which he did.
I didn't think it was going to happen as early as it did in the pay-per-view, because there was I think the reaction for a lot of people was almost, wow, did I expect that to happen in the opening match like that soon in the match?
Yeah.
I mean, because once again, you almost say something for that, maybe to close a show more than opening a show. But no, I pretty much called that as well. But like I said, I didn't get all the results right, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the Usos would retain the belts.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
Although I am happy that Cesaro and Kid are getting the belts now, because that means they're doing something.
At least Cesaro is getting something again. I mean,
well, he better, because apparently they're doing a second annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal apparently for Mania.
Yeah.
So everybody else gets a paycheck on this pay-per-view, Tyler.
Right, yeah.
Because that's the important thing, Tyler. Everybody gets a paycheck on this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once again, I think the fact that Cesaro just floundered after winning it, I mean, I guess it shows you that this match doesn't really mean much.
Right.
Which is why I would not be surprised if Damien Mizdow wins it, and they do nothing with the guy after that.
Yeah. So yeah, you had that tag match, but yeah, I mean, again, as far as like the major stuff on this, this pay-per-view, we kind of had predicted, a couple weeks.
The only thing we did not predict was Goldust and Stardust having a one-on-one encounter.
Yeah,
I thought they might say that for Mania based on what they've been doing with it, and it might still happen in Mania because I have a feeling Stardust is going to get the win eventually here.
Yeah,
because apparently Goldust is retiring again. I mean, I think the guy is in his 40s, I believe.
Yeah, I know he's up there in age.
Yeah, he's definitely up there in age. Still can go, though.
Yeah.
Basically, the guy has found the fountain of youth, apparently.
Yeah, so, but, we say all this stuff, but then again, I mean, the pay-per-view was free, and we would argue that maybe they might as well not even have a pay-per-view between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. That, WWE benefit more from, but that was the pay-per-view pretty much. And now, before we started the show, of course, you were bringing up how there may have been some audio tampering with the Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan
I
match.
mean, it might have been during other matches too, but that's the one that's got
but
talked about.
which I would imagine.
And it's from some people that you know, they're kind of like you. They're like kind of media majors and that, and
familiar with this kind of stuff. Yeah.
So no, even then, I'm even watching that match the first time on my laptop, and even then, I'm like, this crowd has been dead.
Yeah.
Dead. No, I'd say Memphis was a shitty crowd. I guess unlike Nashville, but then again, who's to say that Nashville they just turn the volume up on the microphone, so when Orton came out, you got a massive reaction then.
Yeah.
Or it sounded loud. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't loud, but they made it sound extremely loud, as if you're like in this massive arena or something like that.
For these sporting events. Yeah, for those who don't know how the production of it works, I guess. Yeah.
No, but it's just that Brian came out. You heard it. You saw the arena kind of do the usual yes chant that, but it didn't feel
it was just like a
loud in that. And Roman comes out to almost no reaction. You hear boos, not Philadelphia style boos, but you hear boos and you hear cheers, but it just you really didn't hear much of a reaction. And I just remember like some guys like some people are just saying that they put headphones on and they turned their volume all as far as they could in their laptop, and they were able to spot like moments where they feel like they changed the audio.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a pair of headphones, like a decent pair, you can pick that stuff out easier than watching on a TV set or whatever. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, take a look at it yourself if you want to. With a good pair of headphones or whatever. I don't know, but it wouldn't shock me if they're doing stuff like that. But anyways, I mean that was, pretty much Fastlane in a nutshell. And I guess before we go into Raw, I guess talk about NXT Takeover.
Yes, because we just reviewed the first 6
half
matches.
Yeah, first half last week. Yeah.
The last 3, which I think really makes this event a must see.
Yeah, quality wrestling. Yeah, I mean wrestling at its finest quality and.
A chance to really see some of the top guys down in NXT that really, I think, have a shot at. If they don't get fucked up in the main roster, they have a great shot at being players in the main roster.
Major player, yeah.
So Finn Balor and Adrian Neville.
That was I mean,
I should say it was probably match of the night.
Yeah, I mean, those guys knew what they were doing. Certainly, of course, Finn Balor getting the win there.
Yeah. How awesome is the man's entrance?
It's
That theme music in the background. Yeah. It's the face paint. I mean, once again, if you watch NXT religiously, he doesn't wear it in every event. In fact, I think this is one of the second time he's ever wore face paint. He apparently only does it for special. So I don't know when he gets to the main roster, he'll do the same thing. It's only for pay-per-views. I mean, once again, it kind of makes the pay-per-view feel special because people are always saying is that I'm only gonna do this for like special matches and that, and so on. I mean, but once again, it's kind of like, but if he doesn't wear it, do people take him as serious and that? And even though it's the same guy, same wrestler, same, but once again, the lights go out. You see, I mean, like I said, the guy. I think someone that joked about when Finn came out for the match against Adrian. It's like, what's your thoughts on Finn Balor? And the one guy said, I think Sheamus is screwed. It's just out of the job soon.
Yeah,
I think Finn Balor is the more badass Irishman. But then again, the term Finn Balor means Irish demon. He means Irish demon or Irish devil.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So badass team, badass name. I mean, the guy's got it. I mean, I think Neville's gonna be the next guy called up anyway. That's the rumors.
Yeah. I mean,
and which is why I picked Finn Balor to win this match to begin with. But no, I mean, the one thing I'm afraid that's gonna hurt Neville is his ears.
I think you mentioned that last week too.
I can just see it now. Vince could say, I can see Vince looking. If Vince pays any attention to these guys at all, because I don't know how much he pays attention to development.
Yeah,
I can see Vince getting called up and saying and looking at this guy's work and just going, "Ha, he's got big ears, like Dumbo-sized ears." Yeah, we should have John Cena come out and make fun of that.
Let's make a story out of this. Yeah,
make a story out of it.
Yeah.
Have like Randy Orton call him big ears, something like that.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, I could see them pulling something like that.
I mean, Tyler, this is the same guy that when Taz debuted in the Royal Rumble from ECW, Vince's takeaway from Taz was, "Damn, the guy's short."
Yeah.
Not the suplexes the guy can hit, not the fact that the guy came across as like glorified badass in wrestling and that, which is kind of funny because if you talk to Taz, he was anything but a badass in real life.
Yeah.
But Vince's take was, "Oh, look, can't do anything with this guy. Look how short he is. No one's gonna take this man seriously in the ring."
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is my fear there with Neville. Balor supposedly is like one of those top guys that Choice is like really like he wants to make sure this kid goes far in the roster. That the only thing I can see debating is whether how much they're going to have him use the body paint, or if they're going to have it use it at all. Because maybe they say, well, you might terrify kids, and that's going to hurt the demographic there.
Yeah.
Keep the theme music, but you can't use the body paint.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no. Easily the match of the night. Match of the night. The double stump.
Yeah. I mean the ring chemistry between those guys. Yeah, I mean, insane stuff. You don't really see on the upper, the Monday Night Raw class and everything on WWE that you normally see. So that was great. Yeah. Then you had the Fatal 4-Way Divas match,
which, as I predicted, stole the show. If Neville and Balor was match of the night, then this Fatal 4-Way easily stole the show.
Yeah, right after. Yeah,
it's kind of funny too. I was worried because they had him in between.
Yeah,
Neville and Balor and Owens and Zayn, and I thought, man, this lady's got a tough like.
Yeah.
But unlike WWE and their divas, I have faith in these ghosts to actually deliver. And I think they delivered easily.
Yeah.
I mean, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte, I think they delivered easily. Yeah. And that finish, my God.
Charlotte takes the pinfall.
No, but the crossface faced by Sasha, and the fact that Charlotte, because of her gymnastics background, can just like let her she's like, it looks extremely painful.
Right. Yeah.
Way more painful than John Cena's STF ever has looked at this. I mean, once again,
it doesn't even look like it's wrapped around the.
That's all I could think about when I saw all these amazing submission holds was.
Yeah. Please
tell me John Cena's watching this and looking at his own submission hold and going, yeah, I probably could do better. I could definitely could crank it up and tighten it a little better than what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Or he just doesn't, he just doesn't care at this point in his career.
Yeah, you have to have the commentary make it sound like it's extra,
It's like
yeah, and there's so much wiggle room, clearly.
Yeah, but no. I watched that. I'm watching Charlotte.
Yeah.
I know she's fine, but it looks extremely painful.
Yeah. Takes flexibility.
Like I said, she gets Evan all of a sudden roll up by Sasha Banks, and there was that nice, kind of like hug and that, but Sasha kind of like pushes her off, because she's still the heel.
Right,
but I mean, once again, you see that emotion. Like Charlotte just lost this prize that she's worked so hard to win it at. And she just lost it in a roll-up fashion and so on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Sasha, and it's amazing too. Once again, you would not know this, Tyler, not being a long-term follower of NXT.
Yeah.
But Sasha Banks has really come a long way as a character too. I mean, she originally was like a supporting role for Summer Rae down there.
Yeah.
Kind of like very shy, just played like the buddy kind of. Then Summer stabbed her in the back, or she decided to go on her own off on her own pretty much, but. She's really taken over as kind of like this, I mean, her personality pretty much.
Yeah.
She's the queen what's down NXT in that, and she started so well in that. But no, I remember when she got once again, I can't believe this was only on her YouTube channel, but when Renee Young interviews her backstage after the win, and it's like that brief moment where she breaks character and she's pretty much like saying hard work pays off in that, and she's like trying to keep tears back in that, and if you watched her career down in NXT, you could say, yeah, she's worked her ass off to get that belt finally. Yeah. I mean, she actually doesn't feel like this, because it never felt like anything got handed to her down there. She actually had to work her ass off to get noticed in that. So I don't know. I mean, once again, I don't know if you've seen the video yet. The Bella Twins said during a Wizard World Comic Con panel, what's your thoughts on the NXT women getting more time than the Divas do? And their response was what I think almost anybody's response should be, which is kind of makes you not want to go to the main roster if you're in the women's division right now.
Yeah.
Why? You're gonna go up there and wrestle a 30-second match on Raw?
Yeah. Bathroom break segment.
Forget a bathroom break. There,
Yeah.
it's not even noticeable. How do you can't tell a story in 30 seconds? Time.
Right? Yeah,
It's
exactly.
impossible.
Yeah,
So I mean, once again, you even you even go watch at Fastlane. The story that they just couldn't tell a story in that.
yeah,
I mean, honestly, the person I think deserves a lot of credit for turning the women's division around in NXT is Sarah Del Rey. She's the one who trains most of these women.
Yeah.
She's the one who probably helped them learn all these very brutal submission holds in that.
Yeah.
You know, so if anybody deserves a Hall of Fame spot in the future, when maybe it's an actual Hall of Fame,
Unsung heroes.
It's Sarah Del Rey right now.
Yeah.
Because she's made these women so much believable than anybody in the main roster could make the women's division. So I don't know. You can all hope now that since the Bellas are acknowledging it, maybe someone will actually give these ladies more time so they can actually tell a story.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, I go with what Charlotte's goal says. Her goal is to close the pay-per-view.
Right.
I mean, once again, Tyler, to be fair, if that match last night in NXT closed the pay-per-view, would you say, it was worth the money?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't complain.
I'm just saying. Let's just say, I don't know. For example, I don't know. It's Charlotte against Sasha Banks 1-on-1, but the other match on the card is Roman Reigns versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. I'm just throwing two random names out there.
Yeah.
Would you give Charlotte and Sasha even a shot at closing an event?
Well, realistically, I would think no, because I mean, if it's Roman Reigns,
what if the storyline is better? Is done better?
I mean, if it was done better, I mean, I'd be in favor of it. But,
you know, I mean, once again, that's easy for me to say. Oh, if it's done better,
right? Yeah,
better.
I mean, I would agree, but I mean, knowing WWE though, it's
I actually think it could happen. I think we're years away from it happening.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen one day.
Like, and the thing is, like, Fastlane, I mean, could be an opportunity for them to do something like that too, because you don't have the WWE Championship on the line for a pay-per-view like that.
Well, so that's what I'm saying too. I think especially if they ever do go the Brock Lesnar route again, they give it the belt to a guy who doesn't work full time.
Right, yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can have you can have two random main eventers close a show like you had
like Payback or something, like do that.
Well, even TLC, who closed the show? Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose. Fine.
It wasn't for but
there was no belt on the line. There was nothing really to fight for. They had there. I mean, to me that made sense because that was actually a rivalry that actually was built over a long course of that, and that was supposed to be the climax to said rivalry in that. Whereas Bray and Dean, like everybody knew there was probably going to be more matches, and sure enough, we had multiple matches.
Yeah.
Where Dean Ambrose lost every single one of them. So I mean, once again, I'm watching that. I'm watching that. I'm saying, yeah. I mean, you could probably put if you told. I mean, once again, the last great Diva storyline was the Brie Bella Stephanie McMahon one. Because Stephanie was involved, they were able to tell a great story out of it.
Yeah.
And the match ended living up to the hype of said story. But after that,
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, that was basically all we have for that match, that Fatal 4-Way Divas match.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that brought us to the main event then. Obviously, which you said, before last week or whatever it was, you kind of said it was very good, but it didn't quite live up to expectation or something.
I knew as soon as I saw Balor and Neville fight, I said,
gonna be tough.
I said, if Owens and Zayn can top that, forget match of the night. It's already match of the year.
Yeah.
Because based on what Balor and Neville did, and once again, was it possible for them to do it? Yeah, but I'm also like saying, I mean, hell, I even think them following. Even after I watched the women's Fatal 4, I'm like, man, these guys got a tough. They had two excellent fights to follow here.
Yeah.
I mean, but once again, I mean, I think the hype was there because once again, you watch that amazing video package they did showing Owens and Zayn as kids hanging out, and before they got into the wrestling business, so you've seen them as real life friends, hanging out in that, and it's like. It felt like so WrestleMania-esque, as if these two guys could close a Mania together. I mean, and once again, I can describe the match as it was very Cena Lesnar SummerSlam-ish, like pretty much. Yeah. They really had Owens dominate this match pretty much. Which, once again, I figured if you're going to give Owens any kind of praise going into the main roster, you got to make him a monster coming in. He's got to be pretty much Brock Lesnar 2.0 coming in. He's got to demolish guys.
And that's kind of what they did in this match.
I mean, once again, if I had to rate 1 out of 10 for Zayn on the bolt meter, I'd give him an 11.
Yeah.
He was selling crazy
Right,
for everything in it. And I mean, once again, I think the storytelling was. I think the match wasn't bad. I think the story they were telling was amazing.
right, yeah.
It was pretty much Zayn. Zayn was had a few shots in, and every time he did, he kind of was hurting himself once in a while too. Like, I mean, they tried to they're trying to sell that he was that Owens was targeting that neck back region that he was attacking. They attacked Zayn on during takeover at one point. But no, I mean, I watched the match. I know people have been shitting over the finish in that. I mean,
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
I mean, for me, I don't know. I'll go this way. If you hated the finish of the match because you thought it deserved a better finish than referee stoppage,
Right, yeah.
Fine. If you hate the finish because you didn't realize that referee stoppage meant title change, I mean, you're an idiot then.
Yeah.
That rule has always been in play. WWE just never uses it as often. I mean, to give you an example, they used it against Rusev and Cena. Cena didn't tap out. The ref stopped him because Cena was incapacitated.
Yeah.
Here, pretty much, you had the referee getting pressured by the medical professional saying, after Owens delivered, I don't know what, 4 of the most painful powerbombs of some of their life. Like, I mean, once again, it's kind of amazing. A powerbomb is a simple move, but it hardly gets used nowadays.
Right, yeah.
And here comes Owens, and he's using it
multiple times.
and it looks vicious every time.
Yeah.
So after almost,
oh my god!
So also you see the ref, and also he sees, the ref's like no, you gotta stop this fight here because Zayn's not. He's gonna hurt himself if you keep this match going. So I mean, once again, like I said, Owens being the dickish heel that he is, because I loved him in the beginning though, because you knew they were gonna be fans, and you heard a lot of Owens fights fans, and there were fans that popped big when they heard. When they booed the finish, that was when they realized that Owens had won the belt, and they kind of popped some of it. But you also saw some concerned fans look in her face because they thought he just killed Zayn in that ring, pretty much. Because I don't know, his hashtag's always fight Owens fight, but I always wondered that everyone would adapt his Ring of Honor phrase, which is also kill. Because originally it's kill Steen kill at one point. Someone's going to adapt kill Owens kill. Even during his debut, he had the fans chanting, "Owens gonna kill you," because that's how brutal the guy can be in the ring in that. And so, at least that's how he can play that big of a monster in that. So I know, but like in the beginning, like him walking out of that ring, and all of a sudden you have Zayn jumping over the referee and diving outside to get the match started. But it's like that's Owens being a smart heel. I mean, this guy's doing anything in his power to make you hate him,
right? Which
is what a heel's supposed to do.
Yeah. That's
supposed to be laughing or giggling with a fan. You're supposed to get the biggest boos you can in that. Do whatever you can to get that boo. I mean, if you gotta steal a kid's poster on the side and rip it up into a million pieces, you're gonna be called a dick. Fine, you're the bad guy. But I don't know. Like so I didn't have a problem with the match. It wasn't the best in the card, but it wasn't a bad match. And I called the finish too. I figured Owens was going to win the belt.
Yeah.
Now, does Sammy get a rematch? I don't know. There's been rumors he might get called up to the roster soon.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best things they can do to end this feud in NXT is because this whole feud supposed started when Owens said he got jealous of Zayn getting called up to the WWE before he did. They were supposed to go up together. Same time in that.
Yeah.
Zayn gets caught up 8 months ahead of time. So I could see it being, Owens is so big in the ring one night in NXT. And all kinds of comes Sami Zayn come down the ring and he goes, "Yeah, you beat me. You kicked my ass. But you know what? I just got the phone call from Rhea Regal. And more importantly, I got a call from Triple H saying, I just got called up to the main roster. So guess what? I beat you again going to the main roster. And you could just, and like I said, so he says, so enjoy the NXT championship. I'm going to go up and go for the WWE championship. So and I was go just pan to Owens' reaction. His reaction will just be crushing. Because all of a sudden, that guy, his former best friend, that he just beat him again. Not for the belt, but he beat him to the finish line again. So once again, just storytelling that popped in my head maybe. So I don't know where they're going with it. Obviously, Finn Balor is the number one contender going forward. I kind of know, based on looking at spoilers and shows, where they're kind of going, including even bringing Alex Riley back from commentary to be a wrestler part-time. I think even, I don't even notice Rhino, they even have Rhino starting to show up now on NXT shows as well. So I don't know where they're going with the storyline. I can tell you this: Kevin Owens better not be down in NXT for much longer.
Yeah.
Because I think Sami Zayn's been down for like 2 years. There's no way in hell Kevin Owens should be down there for that long.
Yeah.
And Finn Balor, same thing. Like those two guys have a very strong it factor attached to them. That if they don't get called up, at least within 6 months down there, I think somebody in the main roster is blind, pretty much. I mean, and like I said, I mean, I think Owens could be an amazing bad guy. And he can even play. I think he can also do babyface too. And Balor, I think that face paint can be an amazing marketing tool. I think really, I think they can build a great babyface with that gimmick and that. So I don't know. I mean, so that was my thoughts on NXT Rivals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much along the same lines there with you there as well. So I guess we'll move over to Monday Night Raw then, I guess, last night, coming off of the Fastlane pay-per-view. And, of course, it began with none other than Randy Orton coming out to the ring, making his return to Raw now. And, yeah, I mean, I got to say, it started off with a great promo, I thought, out of Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, I was pretty interested in. He was just ready to.
As good as you're gonna get with Randy Orton promo.
But yeah, I mean,
it's still still gonna be very monotone. At least it's gonna come off that way on television.
Yeah, but then the Authority coming out and
because you need to get that 30. They always gotta have that half-hour Authority promo.
Right. Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah.
And it wasn't half an hour, but it was 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So an intense situation there, I guess, but I guess Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, saying like, we're gonna have like a meeting about this. We want Randy Orton to be there, and at the end, the Authority's leaving, and Randy Orton says, "All right, I'll be there." And so
yeah, I gotta ask you this though. What's your thoughts on the whole following comedian Jon Stewart into this feud?
Oh, when they showed him later on in the. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I saw his show last night, and besides acknowledging Rusev and that, he didn't really talk about Seth Rollins a whole lot there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how far they're gonna go with Jon Stewart involved in a Rollins Orton feud. I mean, once again, this is WrestleMania, so there's gonna be celebrity involvement always.
Yeah.
In these deals, you had Mickey Rourke during WrestleMania 25 knock out Jericho. And then you had Snooki from the Jersey Shore come by WrestleMania 27 and that. And so as long as he's not wrestling a match, as long as this is not going to turn into Jay Leno and DDP versus Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, I'll be fine with him being involved in that. But as long as he's not like basically going to get involved in that, like if he,
it's an outrage.
So I mean, once again, I don't know. I mean. Also, I don't want to see Jon Stewart, one of the top 10 most influential comedians of The Daily Show, get stuck with shitty writing by WWE and that when it comes to comedy.
Yeah.
Because I've seen how many top comedians...
Watch him overthink it and,
No, but you know what I mean? I've seen... How many top celebrity comedians have they had on Raw? And they sucked. They dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And it can't be because they suck. They do well.
Right.
And that's because the writers suck so bad in that company that they don't even know what the hell to do with these celebrities when they come in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once again, I don't know. I just want to know what your thoughts were with the whole... Because obviously, I can't... This has to be going somewhere.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully not a match, but...
Because if it's not, then I can just do without it, but... Yeah, I guess we'll see where it goes.
I mean, as someone joked, Jon Stewart was getting more time involved than the Divas did.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Probably so. But yeah, so that was the I guess the opening part of Raw there, that whole segment, and then I guess after that, I was getting lost, like between
Bad News Barrett and Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, well,
by the way, the saddest champion I've ever seen in my life here.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like another case of like, all right, Intercontinental Champion, and then he starts losing. They get the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, no. It's not. This is the worst display I've ever seen from a guy on the belt. Because not only Tyler. Well, first of all, it's about how stupid that finish was at Fastlane. Oh, it didn't break the 5 count. Yeah. DQ.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Dean just steals the belt. Well, here, first of all, we have R-Truth on commentary. I have no idea why he's on commentary.
I don't know what.
I didn't even. He didn't really even explain why he was on commentary.
Yeah, he was just there to be there.
What's the matter with you?
But no, yeah, Dolph Ziggler. So Baron's Barrett comes out complaining that his belt got stolen from him.
Yeah.
Fine. You know, whatever there. So then he loses. So even without the belt, this guy's still a loser.
Yeah.
He was going to Ziggler. Then Ambrose comes out and just mocks him again with the belt.
Yeah.
So the guy can't even do jack about this belt being stolen from him.
Yeah.
I get
Loser! You're a loser!
Yeah.
Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
Exactly. That's what.
No, but he's a loser. He's kind of a pussy too, because he can't do shit. Apparently, we get the belt back from Ambrose.
Yeah.
Can't just ambush him backstage. He's a heel. He can have his what? They can't do a lawyer gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, whoa! If my client doesn't get his belt back, I'm going to press legal charges. That you know, who cares? Who cares if he's going to get booed? And that's a horrible way of who cares? He's a heel. He's supposed to get booed.
Yeah.
But no, let's have the guy look like a joke on Raw and that. So I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It sounds like that's where Dean's heading for Mania as the Intercontinental Championship again.
Yeah. Again. Yeah.
Once again, I think they're just buying time here until they got to turn Dean heel.
Yeah. It's just like the Cena Rusev for the United States Championship. It's like this, you know.
I'd be intrigued if they actually put that belt on the line of Mania again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think in that Cena promo, I think it sounded like they were going to.
Well, no. It sounded like Cena. We'll get
to that. Yeah. But yeah, that was that. I mean, again, making the Intercontinental Champion look weak, and yeah, it's, you know, it's unfortunate, I guess, but to say the least. But yeah, not long after that, you had the Roman Reigns promo addressing, you know, well, he came out and he started talking,
yes.
and then for a while he was going to be a listener. First to Daniel Bryan,
yeah,
who would, you know, go eventually like go on to basically say, you know, I hope you beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And
it was. I hope you beat the crap out of Brock Lesnar.
Right. Yeah.
At the end of Fastlane, it was I hope you beat his ass.
Right. Yeah.
or kick his ass. I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, like I said, there's been a lot of people I think praising Roman for that performance against Bryan. I was like, it's freaking Daniel Bryan. It's Bryan Danielson. He's that good of a talent. Yeah. You could have anybody in the ring of him. He'll make the guy look like $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, CM Punk was kind of the same way when you think about it. I mean, so it's like you can have anybody be in the ring of this guy. He'll make it look like $1 million in that. I mean, once again, here, I'm going to be intrigued. I'll give WWE credit. They're sticking to their guns this year.
Yeah.
Well, once again, I mean, I was talking about this earlier here about
last year.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we got to go in depth about this whole what the hell happened to Roman Reigns on the lines here, and more importantly, how this is almost all WWE's fault. How this even got to this point, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you want to do that now? Or do you want to wait maybe to the end to save it there?
Well, how about after the? I guess we go through the rest of the promo.
Or do you want to do like a whole separate second show based on this year? Because you could really probably talk a good half hour, but just on how booking Roman Reigns might be the worst way I think to book a future superstar here, and so on. But whatever. I mean, so that's
yeah.
No. But anyway, so Bryan's putting him over again.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so he puts him over at Fastlane, and he puts him over on the microphone.
On the mic, yeah, in a match, and then on the mic the night. So it's not a surprise. We kind of knew that was the reason.
I think some people need to understand here that Bryan is not this rogue guy in the back yelling and screaming. That's bullshit on the main event on there. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's getting paid. He's I mean, like I said, the only time this guy he's ever gotten in a fight physically backstage with anybody.
Yeah.
Almost was when Triple H had the match stop between him and Randy Orton at one time. Because he thought Bryan had suffered a very serious injury. And he kind of did. It was, but Bryan, was pissed because Bryan's like, I could still go.
Yeah.
I could still perform that. I've been wrestling for like 20 years. I know what the hell my body's capable of in that. Who the hell you just saw the match in that? And that was about it. Now, like I said, it's even when Bryan got interviewed and he actually acknowledged how the whole Mania plans came down. He said, all that really happened was the crowd just shitted on Dave, and I just got thrown in this spot. I didn't ask to be in this spot.
Right, yeah.
I didn't demand to be in the main event. I got thrown into the main event because the people just said, well, they're not really buying over the Dave. I'll just throw Brian in the slot pretty much to make them just give them what they want for 1 year. Which, once again, maybe that was a big mistake. I think there's a lot of big mistakes going forward, but I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah, we could. Yeah,
Okay.
we can always talk about that. But yeah, so Brian puts him over then on the mic
To boost.
yeah. And then Paul Heyman comes out. But Paul Heyman solo, no Brock Lesnar tonight. But nevertheless, I mean, it was definitely a very interesting work out of Paul Heyman as usual here.
Yeah.
Kind of saying how I put my money on.
Here's the weirdest thing though about that, because Paul Heyman was hyping up at Fastlane, and so even on his Twitter account that Brock was going to show up in Raw, and Brock was advertised. Now he got pulled 30 minutes before the show started. Apparently, there was an incident backstage involving Brock.
Oh, really?
That's what Dave Meltzer's saying. Now, he won't go into details because apparently that he wants to keep this incident hush-hush in that. Yeah. So I have no idea what happened. I don't know if it has to do with his contract expiring. Yeah. Like I said, I have no idea. Because, once again, I mean, that's the one problem, WWE, I think, going forward here with this match here is, as far as we know, Brock has not signed an extension.
Yeah.
So this is Brock, and as far as I know, that after Mania, he doesn't have to show up, but he's not required to show up in any more appearances in WWE. So even if he loses, he's not showing up the next night on Raw. He won't be at Extreme Rules to cash in his rematch against Roman. He's gone. He's done. His contract's up. Does anybody not in this company not remember the last time Brock Lesnar's contract was up? It was his last day on the job. Yeah. And it was even worse because Goldberg's contract was up that same day. Does anybody not remember the stinker we had at WrestleMania 20?
Yeah.
And how the real winners of that match were the fans, and so was Steve Austin's reactions, especially as referee. But, I mean, so once again, is Brock going to... I have no doubt Brock has no problem putting Roman over. I think at the end of the day, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's getting paid. But is Brock going to take bumps? Is he going to really is he going to... Or is he just going to half-ass the match, pretty much?
Yeah.
Once again, the WWE just dig a hole here
that
they cannot get out of.
Yeah.
Because this is probably going to be the main event. No, actually, it probably should be the main event. Because Roman's your guy.
Right. And
going forward
for the WWE champion.
More point. He's the next John. He's taking Cena's spot, quote unquote.
Cena.
He needs to be the closer on the show then.
Yeah. Right.
To show firmly that this is the guy going forward, pretty much.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, but yeah, so... I get, I mean, I guess we'll see if any more details come out of that situation.
I'm just intrigued by that. It would make sense though, because I just found it odd that they advertised him and he had Paul talking about it, and all of a sudden, no word about him being here.
Yeah, but nevertheless,
but he was apparently backstage. Yeah. He was still at the show. It was he didn't fly in. He was there, but supposedly there was an incident that happened that day backstage. No one knows what.
Yeah.
But apparently it was enough to make the company say, we should not send Brock out there and have an open mic anywhere near him because he might unveil some dirty laundry maybe in the company.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I mean, Paul Heyman did a great job. With what Paul Heyman
once again
prepared.
If there's any big negative to Brock leaving, it's that probably never going to see Paul Heyman in the ring again.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, again, Paul Heyman, saying you put Roman Reigns if you faced Hulkamania. 1987, this and that, I'd put my money on Roman Reigns, but not against Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Good, good stuff. And then, I got to say, at the end there, I thought Roman Reigns did a good job, and it felt, it didn't.
He's gonna have. I think Roman is gonna have a big problem if he has to go
with lengthier.
If he has to go, he has to go toe to toe with talent that can out.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
Outperform on the microphone. This kid's gonna be struggling.
The thing is,
because once again here. It's impossible to go toe-to-toe with Paul Heyman on the microphone and win. It's just impossible. The guy's just too damn good.
Yeah, there was no back and forth.
So I was not expecting Roman to just surprise everybody and say, "Oh boy, actually."
Yeah.
No. I mean, and once again, and once again, at the end of the day, Paul was putting Roman over more than Roman was putting Roman over. When you think about it last night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Especially the whole comments of, "Oh, Baron Hulk Hogan." better than Austin, better than The Rock, better than John Cena. I mean, I don't know how much you can put a guy over. So really, Roman didn't really need to put himself over as much.
Yeah,
as
I mean, he
didn't
even need to say those lines there at the. He didn't need to retort there,
Yeah.
but just what he said in the 2 minutes or whatever at the end there, I thought was
okay. Fine, Tyler. He didn't tell any fairy tales or do
no,
any
I'm just
jokes.
no, and I'm just saying like it felt like it wasn't like like he wasn't sticking to a specific script or whatever. It felt like he was kind of a little looser. If they did that stuff more often,
Well,
with
I'm sure someone said maybe he should be more serious because God knows Brock's not going to be telling jokes
Well, yeah,
out in the ring.
Well, yeah, exactly, but
Brock
I mean,
just gives you that look of if you don't want to be anywhere near this guy in a room together.
Yeah. But yeah, character-wise, I mean, that's what they need to have more often out of Roman Reigns.
At the end of the day, this guy has an uphill. This guy is climbing a massive mountain still, and he's nowhere near the top. Even if he wins the Mania, he's nowhere near that top yet.
Yeah,
because there's still a lot of factors yet that this guy and kid is not really proven yet. To, in my mind, say, hey, let's give him the keys to the company, pretty much.
Yeah, but
anyway, like I said, maybe we could do a special about it there because no once again because I think
a Roman Reigns special. Yeah. But yeah,
okay. But anyways, let's go because I think we spent enough time on this Reigns Heyman segment.
Yeah. Well, it was a long segment, but
yeah. Well, yeah, it was. It was in a pretty, spot.
Yeah. But yeah, so that happened, and then a little later, I guess in the show you had Cena, of course, addressing his loss to Rusev, of course, and again, I mean, a little back and forth there.
I'm still shocked here at how patriotic they always got to make every town go against Rusev here.
Yeah, I mean, and especially when
what I mean, though?
Cena, yeah.
It's like, well no, because I pretty much said it when I heard Cena's promo, like, well, there you go, John Cena just went full Marine.
Yeah, he's going back, full Marine.
He's going full Marine again. Like I said, I'm telling you, he's going to come out in some army Jeep or a tank at Mania. He'll be waving Old Glory. Maybe Hulk Hogan will be driving that Jeep, a tank. He'll be waving Old Glory. Who knows? Maybe Hogan just gonna have him come out. Is gonna have him come out to Real America. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Hogan's gonna be in his corner. Maybe he'll be a special guest referee. Apparently, Hulk Hogan wants so BFFs with John Cena in real life. Let's just have him involved in this match.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know. He went full on Marine in this promo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
he's defending America now.
Yeah, I mean, all out defending America.
And apparently Rusev is a disgrace to the Russian people.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I mean, for my taste, I mean, it was too patriotic.
That's what I'm saying here too. It's like did this come in learn nothing from Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan, with Slaughter being the Iraqi war sympathizer?
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry, the Iraqi sympathizer. Well, first of all, that was even more in bad taste because that was during Operation Desert Storm. We were actually at war of Iraq. More importantly, Saddam Hussein at the time. So it was they even decided to do an angle during a conflict.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's no direct conflict here, but obviously there's still that whole Ukraine controversy with Russia and so on.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how every talent, the only talent so far that I've seen go toe with Rusev that has yet to bring up patriotism as his reason, is Ryback, I believe it or not. And that kind of just ended something.
Yeah, we thought maybe that would be a possible WrestleMania idea, but it didn't happen.
I mean, like I said, I get it. He's the evil Russian giant. Granted, I hope that there are Russian fans that watch this product here. There are, and once again, here, Russia's still not this evil Soviet empire like some people want to believe in this country. It still is.
Yeah.
They have, I mean, once again, going to the Daily Show, they have Shake Shacks, Tyler, and McDonald's and Burger King. They've embraced capitalism and American corporations over there as well. In that. So I mean, they do American business. I think in some areas still as well. So it's not. It's just it's not. This is not the Cold War, but they can. It's almost like the mirror. I mean, it's almost like even the whole Miracle on Ice deal. Yeah. I think that was even hyped a bit too much because that was 88. I mean, the Soviet Union was nowhere near Stalin's time around that time or anything. But this country, it needs anything to get to get motivated sometimes.
Yeah.
to the point where we care about hockey for maybe a full day.
Yeah. So,
but no, like I said, yeah. Sorry, I took a shot at hockey there, Tyler. But
that's
that's kind of a sad fact about the miracle story is that but where is hockey usually rank in popularity in this country?
Yeah.
It's not in the top 5 sports, probably.
Well, it depends. I mean, I don't know. It depends how you look at it, I guess.
I don't know, rank. I think
but...
golf does higher ratings than hockey.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, it's not an American sport. It's a Canadian sport.
Yeah, mostly.
I mean, I don't know. Did you ever see that 30 for 30 special they did following the Soviet hockey team?
No, I didn't.
It's actually not a bad. But actually, the guy brought an interesting point there, which is, the Soviet Union had this dominant hockey empire for 20 years where they won like 20 straight gold medals in the Olympics and so on. People forget, though, hockey around that time was a Canadian sport still.
Yeah.
So they were able to beat Canada at its own game.
Yeah.
So once again, the evil Soviet Russia was able to come, and once again, you watch even the beginning of the hockey, Russian hockey, it wasn't even that impressive to begin with. They were able to build a dynasty out of it, though. Yeah. So, it's the other side of the coin, and once again, I don't think a lot of people in this country understand sometimes when it comes to other relations of countries and so on. But I don't know. Once again, I probably got too political and geographical in areas of that. But no, I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I can't see. This problem is that you gotta even have you can easily just tell a story here where Cena is at this belief here where can I beat a guy finally?
Yeah.
Because what's the other storyline in this promo here? Which was, Cena gave up kind of in that. He did pass out. Yeah. His body did kind of give up on him. Yeah. He physically did not tap out, but his body did give out on him in that.
Yeah.
So, so he did kind of break his code of never give up in that. So, once again, the storyline could be Cena's, code is kind of in question here.
Right, yeah.
So he needs to fight Rusev again to prove his fans and the critics wrong that he's still the same John Cena now, and that he can still overcome the odds and he will still never give up in that. But don't turn him into freaking Captain America. Yeah. Waving the good old glory at Mania here.
Yeah.
And it's, and he's fighting for every veteran in America and so on. And, and even, it's funny too. It's like, even in the promo, it came across as he was like even fighting for Russia too. It's like, I'm a better hero for Russia than you are. And so on. So I don't know. I mean, once again, I thought the promo was way too patriotic.
Yeah. And, I guess like, down on the priority list, of course, is the actual United States Championship. But no, I guess Cena did say, like...
You know what, though? Better book champion than Brad Beams Barrett is in the NFL championship.
Yeah, but he did...
No one's going to call Rusev a loser.
Yeah. But yeah, Cena was saying how, about bringing the United States Championship back to the United States or, somebody
I guarantee
who's
you,
American.
if he wins the belt at Mania, he's dropping it the next night on Raw. They're going to want that belt as far away from John Cena as humanly possible.
Yeah.
It needs to be in some bullshit fashion. Who cares? Yeah. There's no way.
It's a mid-card belt.
There's no way Cena is going to just hold him to that belt there. If it is, he must just retire the belt now. Because.
Yeah.
But that's the one problem there. Problem there is that you can't just you can't have Rusev lose the belt prior to Mania, because then that counts as a loss for him. And the whole point here also is that Cena's going to be the first guy to beat Rusev.
Yeah.
At least that's what we're all assuming. I would be shocked if Rusev won two in a row against Cena. It would be shocking in a good way. It shows they're actually going to push Rusev as this unstoppable monster, and that even the great John Cena can't beat this guy.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. I think once again, he lost at Fastlane, so Rusev could get at least a W. See, I feel like they're trying to not do what they did to Bray Wyatt and not screw up this guy's push by having him lose to Cena.
Yeah.
So by having him win the first matchup, a kind of semi, keep in mind, cheating, more legitimate finish than having a little kid stop John Cena from exiting a steel cage match, a cage door.
Yeah.
Which once again, I still laugh at there because it's like Cena. I think for almost a good minute is staring at this kid here, and then at one point he does just say, "Oh, screw it, I'll just pick up this kid here."
Yeah.
Because what? He probably weighs like what? 20, 30 pounds maybe. Just pick him up and I'll just walk out of the ring. I don't even have to punch the kid. I'll just lift him up. Yeah. Nope, I'm just going to stay there, stay with this kid for a good amount and let Bray recover and just knock me out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, once again, the only thing I could say was when Cena cut that promo, he went full Marine.
Yeah.
And never go full Marine.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, did not like that. So yeah, that was that. That was for Cena and Rusev there.
I don't know how many people I know from the Marine Corps that have seen that movie, The Marine, and think it's one of the most
As well,
disgraceful, disgraceful. And all I told them was, well, then you should really not
yeah.
watch The Marine 2 and
I
3.
mean, I think it got poor. Yeah, I mean, it got poor reviews and everything.
It is such a disgrace to the Marine Corps
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah. So yeah, that was that. And I guess as far as anything else important that happened on Raw, I mean, I guess that pretty much brought us to the main event.
Well, no, I mean Bray Wyatt once again cutting the. I mean, but that was the big thing.
Well, yeah,
Fastlane too.
yeah.
Bray Wyatt comes out to Undertaker's
Pretty-
theme in a
yeah.
casket.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
Apparently, the storyline here is that they're not even gonna have Taker come back at all until Mania.
which is I mean that leaves people in suspense, like
Exactly.
until that
Because we don't know what shape this guy's in.
Right.
We've seen that photo. We've also seen the new photo show
Supposedly he's
of him training.
Yeah, supposedly he's been doing a lot of running and stuff. I hear, and I don't know.
You know, because I've seen that image of him working out, but also that image of him looking like that one guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. So yeah, so we have no idea what this guy's looks going to be. We have no idea how shape he's in. It does have that mysterious element to the character.
It's a different kind of build up.
And once again, the storyline here is pretty much Bray saying, "I think I could be the next Undertaker.
Yeah,
I could be this next mysterious being in that." Because you are human. You lost. You are no longer the invincible in Mania anymore.
Yeah.
You actually have a losing streak coming into Mania this year. And if I beat you and you have a 2-fight losing streak, which I actually could actually happen. I mean, granted, now since they're doing this whole surprise of Taker, I think Taker's gonna win. So at least they can say, "Well, I guess the dead man's not dead yet," and so on. I still have this belief though that at 32 it's Sting and Taker. It's retirement v retirement. It's from AT&T Stadium. It's probably be 100-something-thousand people in the arena.
Yeah.
It's gonna probably trump whatever WrestleMania 3's attendance was.
Yeah.
Which means it's gonna be the biggest Mania in attendance wise. Speaking then, and like I said, it's both these guys' swan songs. They finally have this dream matchup that they've been talking about.
Yeah.
Once again, I gotta see how Sting does against Triple H in that because as of right now he is. Also, his is talking the microphone, and that has yet to happen yet. And I got news for you: they're gonna go the whole silent Sting approach for Mania, and even for challenging Taker. I don't know if I'm even into that either because one of these guys has to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, they could probably do that with Sting and Triple H. I don't think you can do that for Sting Taker though. I think someone has to talk in that feud. You can go sign language all you want, and it might work, but I just think you can do better.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Once again, no Sting this week on Raw. I don't even know how many times we're gonna see in there, but you got Sting Triple H, and they're having that as a dream match, and it kind of is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the bigger dream match is Sting and Taker. That's just this. I mean, even the way they've been pushing Sting as a character, he's this mysterious being, and he's almost like. I mean, how there's been people saying for a while that Crow Sting in WCW was almost a copycat of Taker.
Yeah.
I mean, great. He did something that Taker never did. Taker never came down from the rafters on a regular basis like Sting.
Yeah.
He never used a baseball bat as a weapon.
Yeah.
And there was the face paint in that and so on. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, once again, I don't know. I feel like that's going to be. I feel like that's almost guaranteed for 32, unless something happens in Mania, like Sting has a shitty match and just says, "I don't think I can go in the ring anymore," or Taker has another concussion again.
Yeah.
Great, I think Bray's a safer worker than Brock Lesnar is.
Yeah.
Then maybe will be a problem then. But I mean, once again, you look at the card. It's starting to fill up nice and
quickly,
very quickly now, and it just begs the question: where does Daniel Bryan fit in this card?
Yeah.
I mean, supposedly Sheamus is supposed to be coming back. I guess you can throw his name in there possibly still.
Yeah.
Once again, that's probably what 7th down the card maybe. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. But they only got 4 weeks left, 4 more Raws yet, and then Mania's happening. Yeah. So, and at this point, I'm really not that enthusiastic about this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They really have not done a whole lot to make all these matches worth something.
Yeah, they have more to do. But yeah, the way they're built, it seems like they're getting that together with Bray Wyatt and Undertaker.
Okay, so no, I mean,
fine with
the only thing really to talk about
main event.
Well, the Ascension lost, so I guess we can assume that they're dead in the water, pretty much.
Yeah,
like I said, they were not the greatest guys in NXT, but once again, another NXT talent just goes to the main roster.
Right.
and they're done in a couple of weeks. They're off the bandwagon pretty much. And more importantly, lose to the primetime players who just came back together mysteriously.
Yeah.
No explanation of why they came back together.
Yeah.
They're just back together, Tyler. We don't know. We're not supposed to know why.
Yeah.
They're just back together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, hell, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Bo Dallas is at. He's absent.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be healthy. He's been wrestling live events and so on, but nowhere in him in sight.
TV,
so.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I think the only NXT guy that's not drowned in the main roster yet is Rusev.
Yeah.
And no one really in this company can explain to me why that is. And it doesn't give me any confidence when Neville and Zayn get called up. These guys are going to be able to flow pretty much. So, I don't know. I mean, there was that match with Bryan and Reigns again. So I'm going to be intrigued if they're going to just throw Bryan into the Reigns feud.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not going to have Bryan on the card at all. Maybe the fight. Maybe they're going to push it that Bryan and Reigns are buddies in that now. And Brock Lesnar attacks Bryan and F5s him on an office stage, and Bryan's out with a storyline injury and so on. So Reigns is now not just fighting for the championship. He's fighting for his good buddy Daniel Bryan, and he wants all of the Yes Movement to be behind him and so on. It sounds crazy. It sounds very short-sighted, but this company's going to do anything to get fans to cheer for this guy at this moment.
At this point. So they had those guys tag team up again. And
no, I mean, even have clothes. They're smiling at each other. And
there was like that.
They're shaking hands and that. And, Reigns is kind of like, laughing at it. It's like, do you think they're just going to have Bryan go for an injury angle, not even work Mania at all?
I mean, I don't know at this point. I mean,
once again, if they wanted to turn Bryan heel,
or bring Sheamus back, turn him heel. I mean, I don't know. I think that would be good, but
well, like I said, heel Sheamus. I mean, granted, I don't think I need to see Sheamus. Not that that should be bad. It's just that it's also kind of it's going to be so low in the card, and
they have some kind of I'm
not saying Bryan. I never really I was one of those guys that said, well, Bryan has to be in the main event. I mean, no, I knew probably that was never going to happen again, but it's like. He's gonna be like the seventh guy, and
I mean Cena and Rusev, and then the main
Triple
event.
H and Sting.
Yeah, Triple H.
Taker and Bray's gonna definitely be deep in the card.
Yeah. So that's like 4 big ones right there.
Rollins, and if Jon Stewart's involved, that's gonna get
Rollins, Orton. Yeah,
that's
another big one. So that's like 5 right there.
So the Memorial Battle Royal. That's been confirmed pretty much now. Because you have 3 guys now. Curtis Axel is now in it. The guy who's never lost the Rumble officially.
Yeah. And,
I actually just like the fact that he's actually just acknowledging that too.
And then Ryback came out and
destroyed him.
Yeah,
I knew that was gonna happen. I just didn't know who was gonna come out and destroy him. I knew somebody was gonna come out and destroy him. I don't know. It sounds like Dean's gonna have the Intercontinental Championship match with Barrett again. Maybe they have Ziggler get thrown into that still.
Maybe like a triple threat. Yeah, I don't know.
I have a feeling that they're just gonna try to use They're going to have Bryan help out Reigns as much as they can to try to get this guy over up to me. And like I said, I would not be shocked if Lesnar to try to get in Reigns' head. He beats up. He hurts his friend, his good buddy Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. And
Bryan cannot compete at Mania. He's out with an injury.
Yeah.
And once again, I mean, I don't know. I keep going over all these ideas here too.
Oh no!
Do you think maybe they have? Once again, because I still have this belief here where if this is Lesnar's last match, then you need to have some way to get Rollins the belt at Mania. I think.
Yeah.
So my idea, here's my new idea. Because originally I've been pushing the idea of if you're gonna have Dean turn heel, Mania is the perfect time to have him do it. Have him come down. Looks like he's gonna celebrate with Roman. He kind of does, and all of a sudden Roman turns his back, and all of a sudden dirty deeds.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden here comes Seth Rollins, and he cashes in, and Dean Ambrose has screwed his his brother Roman Reigns out. I thought there's another idea here too. Brock Lesnar, F5's Hell to Bryan. I don't know. Maybe F5's him off the stage or on the stage, whatever. He F5's the hell out of Daniel Bryan. Should not be that hard. Bryan is going to be a twig compared to Brock Lesnar. So Bryan's out with an injury. He cannot compete at Mania there. But however, Bryan's on commentary on crutches. He's guest commentary because he can do that well.
Yeah.
He's out there to watch Bryan Reigns kick Lesnar's ass pretty much. He is. He's out there to have him kick his ass. All of a sudden, Reigns beats Lesnar. And Reigns wants Bryan to come into the ring and celebrate with him. And you know what? Then all of a sudden, as Reigns has his back turned, Bryan starts walking. And he has a crutch in his hand. And he just hits Reigns over the head. Cue Rollins music. The Authority beats up Reigns. And all of a sudden, in a twist, Daniel Bryan has just turned heel and joined the Authority. He's doing the unthinkable. And the next night in Raw, he can say, why? Because he took my spot. Because that's the one thing that's kind of weird about this promo last night is that Bryan's very okay with losing his spot.
Yeah. Because he still
for something that he really still to this day has not yet lost yet.
Again, he shouldn't have had to enter the Royal Rumble.
Though Choice pointed out, kind of stupid on his part to even. Yeah. But then again, they gotta say that's stupid for WWE not even acknowledging that to begin with.
I mean, it's
until after the Rumble happened. So no, but I'm just saying it's funny here how he character wise was like, oh, I'm too determined to get in the spot again because I never lost that belt, and I know I can beat Brock Lesnar in that. And like I said, even watching Fastlane, he has this dejected look on his face. And he comes up though, and he's shaking rope, but he kind of says, Bowman, you better beat Brock. You better kick his ass in that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like I said, even here, kind of he's smiling. Yeah. He's kind of like, yeah, I lost it. I'm okay with it though. Don't know why you would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand good sportsmanship in that, and it's fine. Even the commentator is like, yeah, Bryan, that nice guy in that. Like, even Bryan can even turn heel. He can even say, yeah, I was always this nice guy, and look where that got me. Nowhere.
Yeah.
I always got my ass kicked. And once again, it would be a shocker. I mean, Manias have ended in shockers in the past. I mean, the last time a heel walked out was when actually I think it was when Miz won at 27. Granted, it started with Rock kicking his ass at the end. And no, but I think it was 2000. Triple H won that 4-way. Vince McMahon stabbed The Rock in the back. Now, granted, once again, it ends with Rock kicking everybody's ass because Mania has to end still happy in that.
Yeah.
So would they actually end Raw with the Authority standing tall over Roman Reigns and that and so on? But then again, I'm like, but it sets up a new story for Roman going forward then. Because now he's not just got screwed by Bryan now. He's actually got to fight the Authority now. Because now Rollins, their champion, their guy has the belt.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. Once again, just something that just popped in my head now. I'm like, I could see them doing that.
Yeah, and
now.
then Randy Orton's in the mix
because once again, where are they hurting right now? Heels.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people realize this or not. Bryan, I think, played a solid heel back in the
I thought he did too.
Back in the day. I mean, kind of more comedic heel, because his gimmick was mainly about how he hated the fans were cheering him that, and he kept going no, and that was kind of comedic.
Yeah.
But I think for a while before the chance started happening, he was pretty much playing this dick boyfriend to AJ. So the guy can play a heel if he wants to, and he's played heels before, before in that. And once again, it's like what Punk, thought about one time too, and it was, well, look, if you're gonna try to be babyface, good luck trying to pass John Cena at this moment, because you're only gonna get to a certain level. Do you get past John Cena? You're not going to be the guy.
Yeah.
But like I said, now you can Bryan. It's his ocean pretty much in the heel level. He can be the top guy, the second guy, the third guy. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
At that point, because once again, Reigns is in position. You got John Cena now. Randy Orton clearly is in a high position as a babyface right now. So I mean, you have three guys ahead of. So Bryan's the fourth babyface, and if Sheamus comes back and he's babyface, he might be the fifth guy on the total poll. So his stock is dropping in that company, and everybody disagrees with me. You clearly have been watching the booking of this guy in the last couple for a while now. But I'm just saying, if this company wants to tell a story that would make somewhat sense. I think that makes some sense here too, because it actually has a reason behind it. And once again, will fans turn on Bryan? Probably not. You're gonna have to do a whole lot to make Bryan become a bad guy and get boos. And will this make Roman get cheered by everybody? Probably not.
Yeah.
Once again, I think if Rollins cashes in, I think he gets a standing ovation in the
Yeah.
close Raw. Because I think once again, it's that ending there where it's, oh great, the cup, Roman did not win the belt and walk out and so on.
Didn't walk out. Yeah.
I mean, so I mean, but like I said, but at the end of the day, I think at least it gives Roman something to chase for then after Mania.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if he has the belt and he beats Brock, Brock's gone probably then.
Yeah.
There's no rematch then. So who does Roman face as the champion then going forward? Yeah, you can just throw Rollins in the match with him or Ambrose, or you can have Bryan just have him, because maybe Bryan will say, "Hey, buddy, rematch, right? I get first dibs, right?" You could do that too. But I think if you want to tell a story and try to get Reigns maybe more over as babyface, you gotta have him chase and have him fight an evil authority stable. Because I can usually the authority's not going anywhere after Mania.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be sticking around for another year on television.
Yeah, not only that. I mean, again, Rollins' deadline to cash in, that window is closing as well. So
June, I guess, till June to cash it in.
So it's got to, you think it's going to happen.
I mean, and there have been some people saying, "Oh, well, that might have been the plan originally, but maybe they decided to scrap that because of the whole dick pics pictures and that." Like, but based on reports, he's not getting in trouble for that. That wasn't his fault in their mind. Yeah. So if that's the case, there's no reason to have him delay the push then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. Just an idea I had going forward.
But yeah, I mean, after that, I kind of like what they're doing with Orton and Rollins right now. Like they're not. It wasn't this thing where, right away as Randy Orton came after Seth Rollins and RKO'd him. He's
buying his time. He's waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
Because he RKO'd Rollins. What was going to happen? He's going to get his ass kicked by Big Show Kane. Orton knows. Right. He got his ass kicked the last time he tried to attack Rollins one-on-one in that.
He RKO'd Jamie Noble, but
you could say Noble didn't know what he was doing.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Noble was being an idiot.
Yeah.
So once again, I think Orton is waiting for that one opportunity where it's just him and Rollins. There's no authority around. He's gonna do it. Hit him.
Man's got to know his limitations.
He just.
Like I said, if Jon Stewart's involved and he's siding with Orton on this matter here, Orton's gonna win a Mania. Perfect opportunity even more to have Rollins cash in, because no one expects a loser to cash in a Mania.
Yeah.
I mean, look. I think one of the best pay-per-view finishes I ever saw, believe it or not, was when Edge. Grant, it made no sense still to this day in that. But remember when Edge, I think, was the first guy eliminated in 2 minutes in the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match?
Yeah.
And everybody was shocked, and everybody was curious, what's going to happen? And all of a sudden, the main event was the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match, and here comes Kofi Kingston coming out of that ring, and all of a sudden, Edge sideswipes him and steals his chamber. And apparently he got inserted into the match. Apparently there's nothing the officials could do. Once you're in a pod, apparently you're officially in this match in that. Once again, makes no sense. But what happens? Edge goes from losing the WWE Championship to winning the WWE Championship in one night.
Yeah.
So once again, he goes from a loser to a winner just like that in one night. It's like I thought it was like one of the most interesting pay-per-view dynamics I ever saw, because it really did screw up a whole lot of stuff for Mania that a lot of people had in their head then.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's not a bad thing. So yeah, I mean that's I think that pretty much covers everything for today, and the first edition of Raw coming off of Fastlane. So yeah, we'll see what direction they go in next week. See if they can maybe start getting WrestleMania to be a little more exciting. So yeah, I guess stay tuned for next week's edition of the Great Wrestling Debate as always, and send your comments, your thoughts on the show today and whatever else comes up. So everybody have a great week, and stay tuned for next week's edition of the Great Wrestling Debate.